All right, these are some of the general change of direction drills we will use in a rehab running progression. So first thing we're going to start with is from a box drill standpoint. Now, what I will say is for all of these, when our first time doing it, we're only going to do them at 5-yard increments. So it might be 5, 5, 5, 5. So only 5 yards each way. As we go along that process, we might extend it to 10, probably no more than 10, but we'll start at 5. If you're a client of mine, I'll write that down in your program. But that generally is the way that we will go about that. Now, you can really get as creative as you want. So I've kind of written down here the general variations that I will typically program, and I'll write down. But essentially, you'll have you'll be here, you'll sprint forward, lateral shuffle, back pedal, lateral shuffle. And you might do one of those each side. Another option is a diagonal sprint. So you sprint up, cut, sprint, coming at an angle here. Or you go all the way just around laterally on the box. So it's sprint, 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 sprint. So you're turning at each, essentially making a square like that. So that's our box. So that's what our box drill looks like from that standpoint. Now move on to our T drill. So literally, and these are going to just be cones that you have or whatever you have that's a good placement to make sure you know the distances more than anything. So first variation, we'll maybe go sprint, shuffle, 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 back pedal. We might do a sprint all directions. So sprint up, turn sprint, turn sprint, turn sprint, turn sprint. So there's a lot of different variations we can do from that standpoint as well. The last thing we'll have here is our W drill. Now, from the W drill, what you want to look at it is it looks like the W this way. I drew it this way so you can just kind of get an idea and see. But really, this is your start over here, and this is your finish over here. Okay? So start, what you'll do is you'll go from this cone here, you go cone, 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 cone. So again, W more than anything. So first variation we'll do a sprint in all directions. So you're going to be here, sprint, cut, at an angle, cut, angle. Okay? So you're just sprinting in all those different directions. You can do a shuffle where, hey, you want to go here, you're shuffle hard, flip it, shuffle that way, flip it, shuffle that way. So there's different ways that we can go about that. These are some of just the general change of direction drills that we will use in a rehab running progression. Now, where I really like to add these in is I do these a lot of my kind of acceleration days more than anything. Because more often than not, a lot of the change of direction stuff, you're not going to reach a high speed because you're at a relatively short yardage. Yes, it's a new stimulus. But I like to kind of add this in as your warm-up for some acceleration stuff more than anything. Now, I might not tell them, hey, this is not going to be hard out of the gate, like they're not going to have a hard sprint, but they're getting they're getting used to their body position in a low position, getting into good angles. So again, these are just general things to think about. We are starting these at a very sub-maximal level, and we can improve make them more difficult by extending them out in distance-wise a little bit.